Hi, thank Ray. Welcome to a new video. I'm Katherine Pinto, your new teacher for Math 2. This week, we are going to see exploring exponential models. So let's begin. But first, remember our value for this month is perseverance. And what perseverance means is the value of being constant and firm in achieving a goal or overcoming an obstacle. I can do it if I put my mind to it. Remember to practice this important value. Then continue with the topic, exploring exponential models. Exponential function is a multiplied by bx times to create y. The graph on an exponential function looks like a curve that starts off with a very flat slope but start getting steeper and steeper over time. Two types of exponential behavior are exponential growth and decay. It's important to know the exponential function shows up as asymptotic is the line that a graph approaches as x or y increases in an absolute value. So this pink line is called asymptotic, okay? Then we have the examples. Y equals 2 over x. The first step, we have to make a table of values, right? In this column, we have the values for x. In this column, we have the equation, but we have to change the values for x. So in this case, it's -3. And the equation will be -3. And the column for y, we have the answers of this equation. So for example, in the first one, we have for x, -3. In the second column, we have the equation, but changing the value for x. So 2 over 2, -3. And the answer for this is 1 divided by 8. And the answer for this fraction is 0.125. And then we have the other values for x, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So -2, changing the equation, 2 over to -2, we have 0.25. -1, changing the equation, 2 over -1 equals to 1 divided by 2 equals to 0.5. Then 0 for x, the equation 2 over 0, and y we have the result of 1. Then 1 for x, the equation changing the x for 1, so 2 over 1, and y we have 2. 2 over 1 is 2. And then a 2 for x, the equation 2 over 2 equals to 4. 3, the equation 2 over 3 equals to 8, the answer for y. Then we have to graph these values for x and these values for y. Step number 2, graph the coordinates, connect the points with a smooth curve. So in the first we have x and y line. -3 is here. And y, we have 0.125 near to 0 in the y line. So that's why we have a point here. Then we have -2 for x. -2, and for y we have 0.25 in the middle, so that's why we have a point here. Then we have for x -1 here, the point, and for y we have 0.5 here in the middle. Then we have 0 for x here and 1 for y, that's why this point is here. Then we have 1 for x and 2 for y. So 1 for x, positive, 1 and 2. That's why this point. Then we have 3 for x here and 8 for y in this one. So we have to connect all the points to make a smooth curve. Another example, we have y equals 4 times 2 over x. We have the values for x, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. The equation changing the value for x, -2, so that's why we have -2 here, -1, that's why we have -1 here, 0, -0, 1 over 1, 2 over 2. So we have the answer for this equation, 4 times 2 over -2 equals 1. 4 times 2 over -1 equals 2. 4 times 2 over 0 is 4. 4 times 2 over 1 is 8. 4 times 2 over 2 is 16. Then we have to make the points in the graph. So for x, -2, for y, 1. So here is a point. For x, -1, here. For y, 2. So 2 is here. Then we have 0 for x and 4 for y. So that's why we have to make a point here in the 4 because it's 0. Then we have 1 for x here and 8 for y. So that's why we have to make a point here. Then the last one, we have 2 for x here in this line, and we have 16 for y. So up until 16. And then we have to connect all the points to make a soft line. Okay, guys, this is all. Thank you for your attention. See you soon.